Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports, Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over UFC 259 for Saturday, March 6th, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each fight, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking, you'll have to join my Patreon where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the fights. We're going to be doing all 5 of these main card fights right here. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Alexander Rakic versus Diego Santos. I probably butchered those names. I'll butcher every single one of these people's names. So, first one for this guy. Let's start with him. If he were to win, Alexander Rakic, he sums to 128 and 56. His name, first name and last name. It's his 16th fight for his career. It's his 7th UFC fight for his career. 16-7, 39th prime. .39 sums to 128 and 56. So it's a 16th fight, 7th UFC fight, 16-9, the 39th prime. 39 sums to 128, 56, just like his name. 39 also sums to 142, and with the win, he would become 14-2 for his fight record. He would get his 14th win for his fight career on a day with 14 date numerology on the Gregorian. And that's about as far as I go with that guy. On the flip side, it's 337 days till his 30th birthday. Today, 30 date numerology on the Gregorian. This is Diego Santos' 30th fight, and he can get his 14th UFC win for his career. 14 and 30 date numerology. Diego Santos sums to 68. 337 days till his 30th birthday. The 68th prime number. The number 68 sums to 52 and 56. And Rakic can become 5-2 for a UFC record with a loss. He can also become 13-3 for a UFC record with a loss, and it would take place in Las Vegas, Nevada, 133. So that would be the other side. Anything else off the top of my head here? I'm looking at. I mean, I guess Diego could get his 22nd win for his fight career. It is the 22nd day of the current Hebrew month. It's the 22nd day of the 6th month, like 226. So it's almost a 228. Close, but no cigar. He's on a 3-fight lose, so he can end his 2-1, 1-2, like 12, 21. 49 days since his 37th birthday, the 12th prime. Maybe that's something for the. He ends his 1-fight win streak. He ends his 2-fight lose streak. Two, 3, 3, 2, 23, 32. Las Vegas 23. Yeah, so it's either going to come down to that 142 connection with just his name, Gematria, and it being his 16th fight, 7th UFC fight, or this Diego 68, 337, the 68th prime, 337 days till his 30th birthday, his 30th fight. He can just go ahead and get his 47th, or excuse me, his 14th, 47, his 14th UFC win, date numerology of 14. But it is his 21st UFC fight, and he could just sit on 21 wins for his career with the loss. There's potential there, too. 171 is the 18th triangular number. Alexander can just go ahead and become 6-1 for a UFC record with the win. 61, the 18th prime. Alright, let's keep it rolling. Next fight, Islam Makhachev, Drew Dauber. Makhachev versus Dauber. If you spell that out, Makhachev versus Dauber, 67, 86. Islam can get his 19th win for his career. 19 sums to 86. It sums to 130. It's 130 days since his birthday. He can get his 19th win. Makhachev versus Dauber. 67, the 19th prime. 19 sums to 86. This would take place in Las Vegas, which is 86 and 130. So that seems pretty good for Islam. But the flip side would be Drew Dauber. He sums to 50 today with 50 date numerology on the 139th day of his birthday or his current age. This is his 34th fight. He has one no contest, which would make it his 34th fight. 139, the 34th prime number. 34, the 9th Fibonacci number. And Drew Dauber can sit on 9 losses with the win. But it can go either way because he can also sit on 9 UFC wins with the loss. So that 139, it being his 34th fight, 9th Fibonacci, can go in his favor as he sits on 9 losses for his career, or he can just sit on 9 wins for his career with the loss. This is Islam's 9th UFC fight for his career. So there's a 9 pattern there. It just depends on what side it's going to land on. 7, 3, 3, 7, 6, 4, 4, 6. Makhachev versus Dauber sums to 157. 157 is the 37th prime number. If Drew Dauber loses, he ends his 3-fight win streak. Islam must get his 7th win in a row. 3-7, like 37. 157 and 37 prime. 105, the 10. 131. 191 as a full number is the 43rd prime number. 43, the 14th prime number. It is a day with 14. It seems pretty good for Islam. But I'm going to keep looking it over. You guys will have to decide on what you like. Peter Yawn versus Aljamain Sterling. This is for the bantamweight title. Bantamweight sums to 123, and Aljamain Sterling can win the bantamweight title as he becomes 12-3 for a UFC record with the win, like 123. He would get his 6th win in a row if he did that, while at the same time getting his 20th win for his career. 6 sums to 20. Peter Yawn, he sums to 36 and 2 of the ciphers. Today is March 6, 3/6. It's also, could be said, it's the 6th day of March, 6/3. And Peter Yawn with the win, he can get his 11th win in a row. 11 sums to 63. Also sums to 99. And he sums to 99 and 36. Today, 3/6, 6/3. He can get his 11th win in a row, or as a title fight, this would be a second title fight. He can just become 1-1 in title fights, like an 11. Or Aljamain Sterling could just go ahead and sit on 11 UFC wins for his career with the loss. He would get his 4th UFC loss as well as his 4th loss overall for his career. Peter Yawn would get his 11th win in a row. He would end his 5-fight win streak. Hebrew Religious does have a 115, like 115 date numerology on it. At the same time, though, with it being March 6th, 3/6, his name 3636, Peter Yan, the number 36 sums to 152. And if Peter Yan loses, he would become 15-2 for a fight record. And then Aljamain Sterling would get that 12-3 bantamweight 123. And then Aljamain Sterling would get his 20th win. Peter Yan would become 7-1 for a UFC record, 71 the 20th prime number. And then he would get his 6th win in a row. 6 equals 20. Tough one. Tough spot to pick. 16. Why would Peter Yan get his 16th win? Let's see. 16. 96, 33, 93. I don't know. I don't know why he would get a 16. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, he can get his 11th. I see the 11. Maybe it's in reflection to him sitting on 1 loss for his career. He can get his 11th win in a row. He can sit on that 1. He could become 2-0, like 20. He was born in the year 93. But that doesn't really reflect like today's date or anything, or this matchup. 259 sums to 93. Alright, let's keep it moving. I'll just keep looking at it. Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson, her name sums to 221. Like 221. With the loss, she would end her 2-fight win streak as Amanda Nunes gets her 12th win in a row. 12-2, 221. Reflection of 122. So I just have that mark there. Amanda Nunes would get her 14th UFC win today with 14 date numerology. It's Megan Anderson's 16th fight, her 6th UFC fight, like 166. Hebrew Civil has 166 date numerology. Amanda Nunes, it's her 280th, or 280 days since her birthday, 280. Sums to 226. It being the 22nd day of the 6th month on the Hebrew, like 226, with 166 date numerology. Megan Anderson's 16th fight, 6th UFC, 280 days since Amanda Nunes' birthday. 280 also sums to 73, the 21st prime number. And Amanda Nunes can get her 21st win for her career. It's 281 days, or it's 280, or a total span of 281 days since her birthday. Add the 1, we have 240, 105, 273, and this is UFC 259, and 259 sums to 240, 105, 273. There is 115 date numerology on the Hebrew Religious. Megan Anderson would become 11-5 with a loss, like 115. Megan Anderson, I don't know. I don't see a whole lot for her, unfortunately. Not to say that I'm going to pick Amanda Nunes out the gate, but just at a first glance, I don't know. Nunes versus Anderson. 281, the 60th prime. Nunes versus Anderson sums to 60. So 124. So the 124 would just come from her name, I would imagine. Megan Anderson sums to 68. And 68 sums to 124. And so that would be a motivating factor, I suppose. 68, 124. It's the 24th day of her current age, which is a reflection of the number 42. She can become 4-2 for a UFC record. Megan Anderson also sums to 130. This fight taking place in Las Vegas, 130. The 12, if we pop that in, she get her 12th win. 12 sums to 24, and it sums to 30. So on the 24th day of her current age, she can get her 12th win. 12 sums to 24. 12 also sums to 30, and there's 30 date numerology on the Gregorian. So that can happen just as easily. That was too dark. Oh, yeah. And then it would be the 68 sums to 124 to finish it off. 205, if she were to lose, 205. 75, 69. I know 50 sums to 69 and 24 today with 50 date numerology. $205 sums to 204. Nunes versus Anderson, 204. Amanda Nunes can become 205. Maybe that's the connection right there. And then you add in the 60, it being the 281st day of her age, 281, the 60th prime, 204, 205. She comes into this fight with a 204 or 20-4, and then she can become 205. 205 sums to 204. That would be the upset narrative. And you throw in the 12, 124, 24, 42. Megan Anderson, though, does sum to 58 as well. So we can't ignore that. We have to look at everything. 58 sums to 115. So the 58, is it going to be the 58 that gives her the 115, or is it going to be the 68 that gives her the 124? 58 sums to 115. 68 sums to 124. So on that note, it can go either way. Jan Blauchiwitz is Israel Adesanya. Main event. Jan sums to 127, the 31st prime number. 31, the 11th prime number. His opponent is currently 31 years old. It's the 11th day of his current age. And Jan can either get his 11th UFC win for his career, or he can become 1-1 for title fights like an 11. Blauchiwitz versus Adesanya sums to 111. So that can go. I've already mentioned 115 on the Hebrew Religious. John Blauchiwitz can become 11-5, like 115 for a UFC record with a win. It's his 36th fight, today being March 6th, like 36. And the number 36 sums to 53, 91. Israel Adesanya, 53, 91. With the loss, he would become 9-1 for a UFC record. On the Hebrew Religious, there's 28, 55, and 115 and 127 date numerology, which all could potentially play a factor. I say that because Jan Blachowicz, he sums to 55. he can get his 28th win. 28 date numerology, 55, 115. He would also become 11-5 for a UFC record. But at the same time, there's 172 date numerology here, and he comes in with 27 wins for his career. And 27 sums to 172. It almost seems like a little much. Maybe too good to be true. I don't know. Israel, it's the 228th day of his current age. 228. 228. 228 sums to 288. And it also sums to 27-9. And funny enough, Jan Blachowicz can become either 288 or 27-9 on the 228th day of his 31-year-old age, where Jan can either get his 11th win for UFC or become 1-1 on the 11th day of his current age. So it's pretty interesting. Makes it confusing. Today does have 30 and 50 date numerology. The word 50 sums to 30, so these two kind of pair up a little bit more. 50, 30, 50 sums to 30. And the word 30 sums to 100. And if Israel Adesanya wins, he could become a perfect 10-0 for a UFC record, like 100, as he becomes 5-0 in title fights for the UFC. And I couldn't find much for the 21. If he was going to get his 21st win or his 21st win in a row, 21 or 210. I know 210 or 210 is the 20th triangular number. 20 does sum to 55. And we talked about that 55 here already for Jan Blauchiwitz, 55. So he could become 21-0. 210 sums to 63. Today being March 6th, or the 6th day of March, 3/6, 6/3. Could look at it either way. And on that note, I hope you guys got some information off of this. Hopefully this helps. Definitely add more to this. Definitely take your time and look over these numbers. Pause the video and you can see the numbers for every match. And definitely consider both sides. And just pick whatever makes the most sense to you, or what you think makes the most sense overall. Alright, thanks guys.